Many volunteers join the Peace and Hope team to Nicaragua, wanting to really get stuck in and build something tangible and lasting. Well, there's plenty of opportunity for that. After careful research and discussions with local communities, the Trust selects building projects which will address a clear need in the community, which will benefit as many people as possible, especially the poorest, and which ultimately the community will own and manage in a sustainable way for the future.
We have good coordination. We sit down together and we decide what we like them to do, and between two of us we get together and we carry out the job. So well, I appreciate that, and we feel very proud, and we could say thank God that we have peace and hope here in Bluefields, Nicaragua.
Here we are in the Fatima region of Bluefields. It's one of the poorest regions. We were asked by the local council if we'd build a wash facility for the community. There's nowhere to wash their clothes other than in dirty water. And so we're building a wash facility and a community meeting place, and it's going to have 2 wells as well. The Vice Alcalde, his mother owns this piece of land and has donated it to the community for this very purpose.
The Trust has built many community facilities over the years, including school classrooms, clinics, vocational training centres, a rice mill and a multi-purpose eco-lodge on our coffee farm in Matagalpa. Building work in a tropical climate can be a real challenge at times. There's no getting away from the fact that it is hard work, but it's also immensely satisfying.
You get to do a lot of stuff that you'd never normally do at home, and at the same time you're helping out a community that's really deserving, and it kind of almost puts your life into perspective of how much we actually have and take for granted.
Specialist skills are always useful, but team members don't necessarily need to have any previous building experience, as there will always be someone in charge who knows what they're doing and who can teach people what to do. And of course, safety on site is our top priority. Most people can contribute something to the build, and it's also a great way of getting to know friends from the local community, as they also put in some hard graft alongside the team members.
I think a project like this really emphasises how the donors' money can really make a difference. Not only to the people in the community that it serves, but also the actual employment. Just looking around the site now, there's blocks which have been made locally. There's sand which has been dredged locally. There's rock which is a very poor community. The rock breakers, they're desperate. We've actually been up there only today and seen some very poor families. And the people who make the pilas, there's 3 pilas being made. That's supporting another family and his team of workers. The lumber that we've used on the job, that's supporting another community. I would struggle to count how many people it's actually benefited in employment and supplying of materials, but also then the fact that it's going to benefit the community long term.
It's not possible for everybody to come here and do building work, but we couldn't do it at all if it wasn't for the people at home who've given us the resources to do that. So a big thank you to everybody back at home.
Depending on the size, a project like this takes around 3 to 4 weeks to complete, and so teams can take great satisfaction from seeing a project through to the end. In previous laundry projects, such as the Loma Fresca project in Bluefields, the facility has proved to be not only a clean and convenient place to wash, but also a social hub of the community, an enjoyable place to be, and a safe one too. Much safer for women than climbing down to the often polluted rivers and streams, where they're also vulnerable to attacks.
Thank God now we got something what to wash on. There's many comfort, and it's really good for that day well. Right here, so many thanks for everything.